Okay, but so here's the thing. Have you spoken about what happened with your third marriage anyway?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. You do know that nature abhors a vacuum.
Of
so
course.
People keep filling
people
in.
People ask me.
And they'll keep filling in all sorts of things. And I'm thinking to myself that, why doesn't Stella even talk about this? Because based on some of the little things you told me, I mean, this wasn't, so forget fault. It's in the fact that people have misconstruing things, because even this person you're supposed to be enemies with, because she snatched somebody's husband, they are mortal enemies. I mean, according to what you told me, you guys are not even enemies.
We're not. I have not. You know, there's a way you present something, people will think you're just trying to defend yourself and make yourself look good. And I'm a private person. I do videos, talk about random things, but my private life, I'm very private. So we're not enemies. We actually talk. But I don't come out to say, hey, those that are fighting me and saying that I did this to her, I did that. We are talking now, we're friends. Because that's the expectation. We are friends. We'll even start posting ourselves. And oh, darling, oh, baby. I'm not that kind of person, because I value privacy.
Okay.
We're good. We're friends. We have been talking even before people ever thought that. Like, when all of this was going on, when all the media wahala was going on, we had already started talking, because we had a common denominator.
Okay.
Her child.
Okay.
That he was with me and he was her child. So we had to come together to find the best way for his interests.
Okay.
It wasn't about me. It wasn't about her or the man. It was about the child. That was everybody's interest. That was the one connecting everyone. You know, you couldn't avoid that. So we were not enemies. Not in the least. I told you about it. I showed you some things ahead.
Yeah,
So.
you and Doris Simeon, you're not enemies.
We're not enemies.
I mean, so I laugh now, because when you said common denominator, I thought it was the man.
No.
And because according to my own mathematics, my emotional geometry, I am thinking that if two women who are ex-wives of a guy bond together, then it must be that it is the man. There's something about the man, because it cannot be. it must be that they have finally seen something about the man on which they can compare and share notes. Otherwise, they wouldn't be friends. Think with me here. Yes, ma'am. Because it must be that, because it couldn't have been that in the beginning when he left her and he was with you. It couldn't have been that you and she at that point were friends.
No, we were not.
You couldn't have been.
I just seen her like 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
It could have only been after he left that you now looked and she now looked. And you guys like, wait, we are not enemies here.
So it wasn't when he left that we became friends.
Okay.
He was still there when we were cool. When I say friends, it's not as if we go out to lunch dates or go shopping together. But you know how you're cool with someone because she's an intelligent, beautiful woman. She's very talented. She doesn't have the impressions out there are crazy, because the person that I got to know even over the phone was someone totally different from the impression that was created in the first place, you know. So we would talk, especially about the boy, never about, you know, the man. It was about the child. What's best for him? What's going on with school? Oh, he's coming to you, or he's coming to me. Or what do we do for him? Oh, he needs this, he needs that. How do we do it? Just to make sure that he was okay. You know, so that's how it all started, just to make sure there was peace, everybody was fine for his sake, because you don't want to start pulling him and making him have animosity towards any party involved, you know. So, but after the whole thing ended and he became my ex, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Why didn't you tell me that it was like this? Like, you didn't ask.
And the thing is, I'm not here to apportion blame to say, oh, he did this. I would never do that. Okay. I pride myself in being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube, because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended, on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos, and then you saw. I mean, come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while, and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing. I received messages from people saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'm like, what are all these links they are sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And I'm there typing my name. And before I'm done typing my name, videos just start coming up. Stella's dead marriage crashes. Karma is a bitch. There's that. There's Stella in this, that. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that, you know. And I called, we had a conversation, and even at that time, I still didn't know that anything like that had happened until I got the final call to say, no, I'm not coming back. This is, I'm like, oh, wow, okay. You know, I don't want to go into full details. Ted, you don't do this to me. I've never talked about this or mentioned this, you know. So it's, of course, every marriage has issues. And people don't know how it all started, what impressions were created, what was said, what was not said. I'm not even going to, out of respect for all parties involved, there are some things that I'll just probably leave as is. But one thing I will say though is that it's important for you as a human being to know yourself more and love yourself more and know what you want and what you don't want, so that nobody will come to you and make you see things and tell you these are the things that you should want. Because if you don't have that strength and identity of yourself, someone who is supposed to be that person for you can decide who you should be and how you should be. But the whole thing has polarized people, friends, family members, in-laws. Like, I'm on this person's side. Oh, I'm team this, I'm team that. That's why I really don't talk about it. It's not as if I'm scared of anything. No, it's done. Some people are even wondering, are they still married? No, I'm not. I'm divorced. I'm single. This is the first time I'm saying it categorically, because even Ruma was like, Hesty, you know you've never said anything. Teju will ask you these questions. Are you ready to answer? I'm like, I will pray. You know, let the Holy Spirit guide my mouth. But yeah, it's done. It's been almost 3 years now. So, however, it's just...
Hi. Thank you for watching this video thus far. I know at this point you want to keep enjoying the video and you don't want me interrupting, but this is as far as this comes. So first of all, again, thank you. So at this point you have 3 options. The first thing to do will be to subscribe to our podcast and then listen to the entire interview uninterrupted. So you can do that. Just go to the Teju Babyface Deep Dive podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. Or secondly, you could become one of our members, one of our YouTube members. You know, just subscribe to the membership below. Our members get to watch the full videos uninterrupted. Okay? Or third, if you do none of those two, you could wait around for a couple of days for us to keep posting the clips of this interview. But I can assure you that we're not going to post everything. We're just going to keep posting clips here and there. Obviously, of course, I'd prefer that you do number 1 and number 2. Subscribe to the podcast, download and listen to the audio, and also become one of our members. That's how you show your support for us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Wait for the next one.